Bambi's twisted tales, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, the bells of the damned. The cathedral that watches Notre Dame, big, beautiful, holy. But let me tell ya, kid, stone don't stay clean when it's soaked in centuries of screams. Those gargoyles, they ain't decorations, they're prison guards. And what they're guardin' ain't sinners from gettin' in, it's keepin' the demons from gettin' out. Paris in the Dark Ages wasn't a city of love, it was a city of rot. Plague rats dancin' in the gutters, priests sellin' salvation like cheap wine, and beggars stacked like firewood outside the cathedral gates. And up there in the towers, Quasimodo, the hunchback, the bellringer. They said he was a monster, crooked back, twisted face, but he wasn't born that way. Nah, he was made. When he was a baby, the midwife saw the mark, a strange bruise on his chest shaped like a bell rope. The priest knew right away, cursed, a child meant to serve the bells forever, so they bound him to the tower, raised him in shadows, fed him scraps and scripture. The bells tolled, he pulled the ropes, and every time he did, his bones bent more, warped like iron under a blacksmith's hammer. The bells didn't just ring, they fed. Each toll drank a piece of his soul. That's why he hunched, why his bones cracked and his eyes sunk. Every clang was another nail in his coffin. Frollo's fire. And then there was Judge Claude Frollo. Oh, you want to talk monsters? Forget Quasimodo. Frollo had two faces, one that smiled for God, one that drooled for sin. He preached purity while his heart boiled filth. When he saw Esmeralda, the dancer, the gypsy, the girl who made the crowd forget their hunger for a moment, he lost it. Not love, obsession. He wanted her soul, her body, her everything. And when she said no, he swore she was a witch, dragged her to the cathedral steps, torch in hand, ready to burn her alive. That's the way with hypocrites, Bambina. They scream about sin while drowning in their own filth. Quasimodo tried to save her. He carried her up the tower, bells thundering around him. The crowd below thought it was courage. But the truth? It wasn't him. It was the bells. They'd had their fill of his soul, and now they wanted hers. They screamed in iron voices, "More! Feed us more!" As Esmeralda wept under the holy arches, Quasimodo realized he wasn't rescuing her. He was sacrificing her. The bells didn't just toll for the city, they tolled for the damned. And tonight, they wanted beauty to balance out the beast. Fire and stone. When Frollo climbed the tower, laughing like a devil in robes, Quasimodo turned on him. Rage, sorrow, betrayal. It all cracked open at once. He hurled the judge from the top, the bastard scream stretching into the Paris night until it cut short on the cobblestones. But it didn't matter. Fire was already licking the walls. The bells tolled louder, shaking the whole cathedral, until the stones wept dust. Quasimodo held Esmeralda in his arms as the ceiling gave way. The last thing the crowd heard was a bell's scream, and then silence. When they dug through the ruins weeks later, they found two skeletons clutching each other, and hanging above them, untouched, the bells, not cracked, not burned, smiling with their bronze faces like they'd gotten exactly what they wanted. The curse lives on. They say if you stand in front of Notre Dame at midnight, when the wind cuts sharp, you can still hear the bells tolling. Not for Mass, not for God, for you. The bells don't care if you're pious, rich, or poor. They'll drink your soul the same. And once they taste you, kid, they'll ring in your head forever. Moral of the story: Monsters ain't always the ones in cages or towers. Sometimes they wear robes. Sometimes they smile from pulpits. Sometimes they hide behind holy duty. And sometimes, the real monster's the thing we worship without question. Don't mistake tradition for truth. Sometimes the bell tolls not for thee, but because of thee. This has been Bambi's Twisted Tales. And remember, this ain't just a channel. This is the Pizzaverse. We don't ring bells, we break 'em. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and ring the fucking notification bell. 'Cause if you don't, trust me, the next toll you hear won't be from YouTube. It'll be from the damned.